everyone, and welcome to the Charlie's Nail Art YouTube channel. My name's Amanda and I'm one of the ambassadors here at Charlie's Nail Art. So for today's video, I'm going to be creating a design for one of the recent Charlie's Nail Art collaborations. So this was a collaboration that happened around the middle of September and the theme was Woodland Fairies. So I thought I would record the design that I did, split it into 3 different nails, so I had 3 mini videos to share with you guys, so I could share the design that I created for that week's collaboration. So if you'd like to take part in any of the collaborations, then do check out the Charlie's Nail Art Instagram page or the Facebook group. I will leave them linked in the description box below. I find them a really fun way to create some different designs, especially if I'm lacking any nail inspiration. So jumping in to today's video, I've started off with a thin wash of a green acrylic. I went for this particular green because it had a bit of a woodland vibe to it. Then on top of that, I'm going to be coming in with the green Hexagon glitter mix. So as you can see, I've decanted it into a pot here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up a small bead of clear acrylic and then dip that straight into my raw glitter. If you don't want to dip straight into the pot, then you can tip some out into a little glitter tray. That can be a little bit easier to do, but I was just working from the pot for today. So what I'm then doing is I'm placing that glitter and acrylic mix down onto the acrylic nail, and then I'm just using my wet brush to move those chunky glitter pieces around. Now what I want to do on this now is I want to fade my glitter back. So I'm building up the glitter coverage on the very tip of the nail and I'm fading it back down towards the cuticle area. Now you do need to move your glitter pieces around sometimes when you're creating a glitter fade, and I like to do this just using my wet brush. So I keep my brush quite wet with monomer, and then I'm able to easily move those glitter pieces around and pick up any additional pieces of glitter that I want to add to the nail. Then as you see there, I just popped down another wash of acrylic just so I knew that all those glitter pieces are all going to stick firmly in place. You want to make sure that they're not going to move around before you come to encapsulating, otherwise it can be a little bit tricky. When you encapsulate, you start moving the glitter around, so you always need to make sure that you're applying them with enough glitter. And then over the top of this glitter, I'm going to be adding on a couple of the iridescent stars. As I said, the theme was Woodland Fairies, so I wanted it to have a little bit of a mystical, fun vibe to the design. Now what I'm doing here is I've popped down a wash of clear acrylic, then I'm picking up those stars using my wet brush and just placing them down into that clear acrylic. Then I'm going to leave this to set so that none of those glitters are going to move around before I come in and encapsulate, which is what I'm going to do now. So I've just taken my brush, dipped it into my monomer and washed it over the nail. This really helps your clear acrylic flow around those chunky glitter pieces. Then I've picked up my first bead of clear acrylic, placed that down on the nail, and I've just walked it down towards the tip of the nail. Then I'm coming in with my cuticle and apex bead, popping that down at the cuticle area and then blending it down over the previous bead of acrylic, leaving most of it in that back third to start building up our strength and structure. Then I'm just going to take a look at the nail, and if there's any areas that I find are a little bit thin or any pieces of glitter that are not fully encapsulated, I'm just going to come in with another bead of acrylic just to make sure that I've built up enough strength on the nail and I've encapsulated all of those glitter pieces. As you can see, I'm trying to keep my application as neat as possible by running my brush over the side walls. Here I noticed there was a little dip in the acrylic, so I just come in with another small bead just to make sure that that application was nice and neat. Off camera, I then filed and buffed the nail, and here I'm going to come in and top coat. So I'm top coating with a gel rubber top coat. Now the reason I'm top coating with a rubber top coat is because I wanted to add a cute little charm to this nail, and I usually set my charms down in a rubber top coat. So I've applied a thin layer of my rubber top coat and I've left this wet, so I haven't popped this into cure yet. Then I'm going to take this super cute Tinkerbell charm, which is also from Charlie's Nail Art. Just how cute does she look? And of course it fitted in with the Woodland Fairies vibe. So just taking a pair of tweezers, I'm going to pick my charm up and place it down into that wet gel, and I'm just moving it around, positioning it where I want it to be. These lie nice and flat on the nail, which I really like. They've got a slight curve on them, so they curve over the natural curve of the nail, which makes them lie flat, if that makes sense. Once I'm happy with how that charm is positioned, I'm going to pop this in my lamp to cure for 60 seconds. And then this, guys, is the finished result. So I really hope you all enjoyed watching. If you did, then please do give the video a thumbs up. I'm going to leave you a quick clip of the other 2 nails that I've done in the set, so do check out the videos for them once they are up on the channel. If you haven't already subscribed, please do consider hitting subscribe, and I shall see you all again in the next video. Lots of love. Bye bye.